Maya's 3 wishes. Vocabulary, focus, wishes and desires. Maya was a 23-year-old architecture student from India who often found herself lost in daydreams. She loved to imagine things, not only buildings and designs, but also different versions of her life. Her friends used to joke that Maya lived half in reality and half in her imagination. She didn't mind. For Maya, wishing was a way of staying hopeful. When she felt tired from exams, she wished for more time. When she saw a child playing in the rain, she wished for that kind of carefree joy again. And when she walked through the old streets of Jaipur, filled with colours and history, she wished to one day design something that would last as long as those ancient buildings. But wishes are funny things. They can be simple or deep, selfish or generous. And sometimes, when you truly believe in them, they lead you somewhere unexpected. The Festival of Lights. It all began on the night of Diwali, the Festival of Lights. Maya was helping her family decorate their house with candles and paper lanterns. The sky outside was filled with fireworks, and the air smelled of sweets and incense. Her grandmother handed her a small clay lamp and said, "Make a wish before you light it." Maya smiled and closed her eyes. Her first wish came quickly. "I wish I could design something that truly matters, something that brings people joy." When she opened her eyes, the little flame flickered, and her grandmother nodded as if she knew exactly what Maya had wished for. "Good wishes have power," she said softly. The letter. A week later, Maya received an unexpected email. It was from a volunteer organization called Homes of Hope, which built small, eco-friendly houses in rural areas. They were inviting students to join a project in a remote village in northern India. It felt like destiny. Her first reaction was excitement, but then reality struck. She had classes, deadlines, and no money to travel that far. Still, the thought wouldn't leave her mind. That night, she made her second wish while staring at the stars outside her window. "I wish I had the courage to follow my dreams, even when it's hard." The next morning, she went to speak with her architecture professor, who surprisingly encouraged her to go. "You'll learn more from that project than from any lecture," he said. "I'll help you apply for a student grant." The journey north. 2 weeks later, Maya was on a train heading north with 5 other students. The journey was long, fields, mountains, and rivers passing by the window like moving art. When they arrived at the village, Maya was amazed. The houses were small, made of mud and bamboo, but beautifully designed. The people welcomed them warmly, offering food and stories. Their task was to help build a community centre for children. Maya worked all day under the sun, drawing sketches, mixing clay, and learning from the local builders. Despite the exhaustion, she felt more alive than ever. That night, lying under the stars, she thought, "Maybe this is what I wished for, to do something that truly matters." The days passed quickly in the village. Maya woke up early every morning to the sound of roosters and children laughing outside. The air was fresh, and the mountains looked golden under the sunrise. It was hard work, but Maya loved every part of it. At night, the volunteers and villagers gathered around a fire, sharing stories and music. One evening, an old carpenter named Rajesh told her, "We don't need much to be happy, only purpose and people who care." His words stayed in her mind. Maya realized that for most of her life, her wishes had been about her own success, her grades, her career, her dreams. But here, surrounded by humble people who had little yet smiled so easily, she began to understand something deeper. Real fulfillment comes when your wishes include others. Back home. When Maya returned to Jaipur, everything looked the same. But she wasn't the same anymore. Her designs became simpler, more meaningful. She started a small project with other students to create sustainable shelters for families in need. Months later, during another Diwali, Maya stood at her window again, holding the clay lamp from the village. This time, she didn't close her eyes to wish for something impossible. She whispered softly, I wish to keep believing in dreams, in people, and in myself. She lit the lamp, and for a brief moment, the flame reflected in her eyes like tiny stars.